sometimes no to the people who are close to you. And I think it's many people don't have the balls to do things like this because first of all, they think it's the loyalty, but I think it's not works like this. If you on the place when it's not suit you, when it's even block you on the grow and everything, you need to change place. But I think many people just trying to stick on someone because of the location. The same when we are young and we have our friends and we don't want to lose these people, so we stick with the average people. It's not about judging them, but you want to grow. You want to go, harder, right? You look in different taste. So we should, I think, even for finding the coach, we should try and testing and just check many people, to have the different version of the reality of the different kind of coaches, because your way, it's like I feel it, right? Like training with you would be like pleasure because it's not will be not physically, it will be mentally, it will be something what I can study. If it's something what I can understand when it's coming from, it will be something with the spirituality which I'm really trying to put everything together. For me it's like a body and mind connected. It's become spirituality. If we express ourselves, spirituality comes naturally. So training with you, it will be very deep foundation of expressing myself, healing myself, do my best of the ability, without the ego. And people like this, it's a hard time to find them. It's the same like a hard time to find the best friend, right? Hard time to find our love, in life, right? And I think it's a challenge, like how to look to the people on the coach. Did you also experience like people leave you to another coach, like how it looks like, how it's happened?
Of course. Well, back to the mention of the YouTube thing, and then I'll get to that. One thing about learning on YouTube, yeah, you can get a lot of information, you can learn a lot of really cool stuff and everything, but it was like, it made me think when you mentioned that, when we had the pandemic and we had to teach, we still taught classes in martial arts and Muay Thai and stuff. You had to do it on Zoom and online, right? There's no hands-on. Martial arts has to be, you have to get hit. You have to feel it. You have to, understand it. Can't do that. So that's a pitfall with learning everything if you were to do it on YouTube. But as far as finding a mentor and learning like that, you gain a lot of different insight that may or may not be valuable to you, and then it's up to you to put it together. It's like if you're playing I'm going to go back to analogy of music because I love playing guitar.
But it's connected. It's connected.
Yes,
right?
You're going to learn certain things from different artists, and then you're going to merge it into your style. And that's the same way fighting is, because there's many different styles. Muay Thai, I mean, there's punchers and elbows, there's clinch and knee work, there's what they call Muay Thai, Muay Femur, which is the timing type of style that they use. So it's not only what works for you, but is what you want to be. You can do anything you want to do, but you got to put in the work. And then like I said before, you have to adapt to what comes at you because it's, changing. So finding a coach is important. Looking at different ones is good, but also when you find a coach, loyalty is everything to me, and you do have to be loyal to your people that brought you up, and gratitude's really important too, to be grateful for the things you learned, because it's everything to you. I mean, and nobody likes an ungrateful individual that's just like a taker and never gives back. They only give a shit about nothing but themselves. And that's not a good place to be, I don't think. So.
Because I also thinking like many even it's my just concept, like if we get also students who like leave us, right, it's also information for coach about who you need to improve as well, right? Because like putting self already on the coach, like it's also create the ego, like I'm better than you because it's my student, everything, right? But it's also that we are, we know we need to grow, we need to also put the work like you do. You don't talk, you do, right? You are do it by sample, and that's how you basically teach people, right? You are with them, you are the leader, but you jogging with them, you train with them, right? You spend time with them, you teach them, you talk to them. It's something unique, and I think it's the way of the standards what's supposed to be. I don't know if there is some standards for this, or like saying like this is requirement for be a coach. I think for me, yes.
Yeah,
For
no
me,
requirement.
there's no requirements, right? But for me, like it's all in. If I work with someone, it's like I'm your best friend, I'm your partner. We work together on many different levels. If you have a bad day and everything, we work on this,
Yeah.
right? If you have financial problem, we talk about this one. And when you talk about the loyalty, I also believe it's the communication, right? Because there's nothing wrong to change to,
It's
to do
honesty,
something.
too.
It's honesty, yeah.
I
Be
mean, the
real.
most important relationship between an athlete and a coach is based on honesty. It's also telling someone when they do something well, when they do something good, but it's also telling them when they're fucking up.
Both sides.
Yes.
Because many people don't want to, like,
One or the other.
Students not allowed to say anything to the coach. They're afraid, right?
Yeah,
But it's because the coach create us, distance between like I'm here, you here.
Yeah, yeah. But it's also sometimes the coaches patronize the clients or the students too because they want the paying, customer, which, maybe you do. You have to do that, but it's not. It's rather dangerous in a fighter coach scenario because if I'm pumping you up, this is a piece of cake. You're gonna, smash this individual. But the truth of the matter is, you're not preparing them either mentally. I will tell guys, I really don't like when I hear a coach or someone give you advice for fighting and they say, "You got this." No, you don't got this. You never got it. You ever heard the saying too in boxing? They say, "He's got a puncher's chance," because you can be just getting laced up and just ready to get knocked out, and then all of a sudden come back and you win by knockout. That happens. And that is something that you could never rely on. You got this, because you don't. I mean, anything could happen in a fight. So I would never say that. I never tell someone they got this, because you can't underestimate anyone, and you can't disrespect them, because you might look like a fool, and it is dangerous because underestimating somebody, it leaves you vulnerable too. So it's not a code that I would, purvey. Yeah.
Do you think the martial arts is the way to escape from the addictions or the
I do.
dopamine?
I do.
And I don't say the bad way, because many people think like, okay, I have my shadow, I have my demons, and I need to do something. I think everyone have a shadow and demons. Just everyone use different tools to handle. Some people drink, some people take something. Some people, when we talked before about, sex, about, porn and everything, some people staying on the phone, using computer for the posting everything. It's amazing because it's allowed you to, these different feelings. And also you don't scroll, you don't sit and everything, which is, it's very important. It takes a lot of like mental shit,
Yes.
to just to scroll
Fatiguing.
and scroll. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think the martial arts is like the best way to escape from this, because you build yourself as well. You have.
I do, 100%.
Yeah.
I think that just in my own experience, I mean, fighting kept me out of a lot of trouble because one, you have to live a relatively clean lifestyle or you're gonna lose. You can't cut weight if you're drinking a 12 pack every night of beer, or if you're staying up all night, doing lines of speed or something, it's very counterproductive. You're not going to be able to be in fighting shape, cardiovascular health, many things. So living a clean lifestyle is mandatory. Also, to keep your mind clear too. Your mind, do you want to win? Well, you have to have discipline. It's simple.
Yeah, what about discipline? There's so much like promotion about this one. We know motivation. People say motivation not work. I always say like, okay, there's motivation. There's discipline. Discipline is most you get from yourself. But I also believe it's still not enough. Like it should be something what keep you going, like find the goal, find the plan, maybe some strategy and everything, right? It can be competition, for example. It can be do for someone. It can be get out from my shit because I really like struggle with depression, whatever, right? Or maybe some plan to achieve something and put more goals on this. I do it for my family, for my father, for my kid and everything. To even keep going, even wake up and go jogging, it's the big things for many people to do this every day, and I think saying someone you need to have a discipline, it's not working, everyone know this, but still people don't do it,
Well, you don't have to be perfect, right?
So what do you recommend? Like, what do you think can build this strategy to get out from motivation? Because motivation is like external. You can watch motivation movie. I can listen you
Right.
to tonight I won't, but tomorrow it looks different, right?
Well, that's easy. First of all, you got to start small. You get too big of pipe dreams like I'm going to be world champion or fighting in the UFC next week. It ain't going to happen.
6-pack tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've got to be realistic. Go run a mile. Do something small. Hit the bag or kick the bag for 5 minutes. Not fast or anything, but start small, right? And then build from there. And do it every day. Just take that 10 minutes to do it every day. And that's going to increase into more. And once you start increasing into a little bit more, you start enjoying it more too. When you get good at something, we enjoy it. No one likes to do stuff terrible.
That's great.
Once you enjoy something, you want to do it more, right?
Wow.
And then we do enjoy something that's good for us more. We want to do it more, and we become good at it. And that's the whole key to the whole picture right there.
Yeah.